before taking a test, playing a sports match, or giving a speech? Well, I certainly have, including right now. Hi, my name is Owen DeLuca, and I believe that stress can sometimes be your friend. I have felt stress and anxiety throughout my entire life, but I'm not a basket case. It's normal to feel stress. I feel it when I have something to prepare for, like a test or a game. This stress is our body's way of telling us that something is important. Maybe your heart races or your thoughts run away to the worst case scenario. Maybe you get sweaty palms or lose your appetite. This is our subconscious telling us to slow down, breathe, and focus on preparing for our important task. At a minimum, feeling this type of stress shows that you care. As I've gotten older, I've learned the secret to coping with anxious thoughts and feelings, and I would like to share it with you today. But first, a little more about me. When I was younger and I had schoolwork to do, I would arrive home, rush into the house, and finish my work as quickly as possible. Then, and only then, I would no longer have schoolwork hanging over my head. The deadlines and responsibility weighed on me so much that I couldn't do anything fun until my work was done. However, I also sometimes waited until the night before a big assignment was due to complete it. I've learned that this is not the way for me to do my best work. As I grew older and schoolwork became more time-consuming, I realized that I could no longer prepare for a quiz or complete a project on the night before it was due. In fact, the pressure to cram made me perform worse. Forcing myself to memorize stuff at the last minute kept me from learning the material. The root of my anxiety and stress was that I feared of getting a bad grade and being judged by my friends or teachers. These fears have also kept me from taking risks, like answering questions in class, being creative in school, or taking risks in sports games. All of us have experienced this kind of stress. Lower school students may fear speaking in the morning meeting or reading in chapel. Middle schoolers stress over their science fair project or math test. But have you noticed that some people handle their nervousness better than others? In fact, some people actually do their best work when they're under the stress of the deadline. My sister Grace seems to think there is no minute like the last minute. This truly amazes me because I am the exact opposite. I've learned that the more I prepare for a test or a task, the less anxiety and nervousness I have. With those negative feelings dialed down, I am able to think more clearly and recall information easily. Don't get me wrong, the fear of failure is still there, just buried in the background. My anxiety and nervousness peak when I initially start to study or prepare. But if I can give myself enough time, my fear of failure declines and my confidence grows. Preparation is also important in sports. My sister is a year-round swimmer. She loves her meets. In fact, she says they are way easier than the practices. Same for me when I played club soccer. The games were the best part, anxiety-free. Maybe the spelling bee was the same for all you expert spellers. You studied and practiced for weeks, or even months. And when you were up on stage, there was nothing to stress about. Just breathe and spell your heart out. As I said in the beginning, stress comes from wanting to do our best at something that we care deeply about. Feeling anxious is our body's way of telling us that it knows this thing is important. It gives us energy and courage, but if you're like me, it doesn't make taking tests any easier. Overcoming this anxiety requires loads of preparation. In the letter Paul wrote to the Philippians, he tells the Christians not to worry and trust in the God watching over them, and to focus on what is true and good. What is true and good is to never fear failure or judgment. So if you're anxious like me, I hope you all will learn from my experience and spend the time up front preparing, I promise that your anxiety will decrease, you will live longer, get better grades, and experience more victories. Thank you.